What's up, everybody? BlueGabe. We're back at hunting camp. Check out all this corn. I'm pretty sure most of my life revolves around feeding deer, turkeys, and hogs, and children. But today we're eliminating, hopefully, one of these big boars that we have that's been coming to one of my favorite feeders every day, and he runs off all the turkeys and all the deer. We've got Miss Crystal. We've got our new 10-point crossbow that I haven't showed you yet. I have showed you some of my 10 points, but not this one. This is the new 505. We also have my new 308 rifle, which I absolutely love. We've got some fresh shrimp that we brought with us from a shrimping video that I did back in January. Pancakes. I vacuum sealed it. Look at that. It says 7/4/22. I think these are the ones that I caught with tugboat up in New Smyrna. Now this is just going to be sort of a vlog style video. We might clean and cook a hog if we get one. We've got shrimp, like I said. We're going to fill some feeders. We're going to shoot some hogs tonight with our thermal. We're going to have a good old time. We got to be back tomorrow to get the kids from school. Today is Sunday. I think it's the first Sunday in February. It's about 3 o'clock, so I need to put this camera down. We got a haul butt and get in a blind. We're actually going to film in a blind today that you haven't seen on this channel yet. It's called Luke's Blind, and that's where Tarzan killed his nice buck, his first deer ever. Are you wearing shoes or no?
Debating, but I think I just got my first fire ant bite, so.
What about these pink toenails?
You like them?
How come you have shoes and, or you don't have shoes and I do? That's a first.
It's that Kentucky stuff.
All right, let's roll. If you didn't watch my last video or my last 2 videos, Crystal is from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yep. I ain't sure how I found me a Kentucky girl, but I got one. And she can actually cook pretty good. The other night we were starving, and normally I do all the cooking. She just busted out spaghetti out of nowhere. Just made it from scratch. That's a win-win right there. I think I got everything I need. Got my glasses. You ready? You got water? Water. Got everything we need. Let's go. I got a knife. I never have a knife on me. I always have my Danko flay knives in the truck, but I never have a pocket knife.
There's a knife in the
Oh, that is my Danko right there. See this little Danko right here? DankoPliers.com. That's like a $3 or $4 knife, and it is so handy. I hope the hog's not there when we get there. That's my only fear. We are running a little late, like typical. We were waiting on a woman. Why is that? Why are men always waiting on women?
I don't know. I think it's just in our DNA.
Yeah.
I'm about an hour late to everything.
At least she admits it.
To the deer woods and on the fishing boat.
All right, I feel like I'm missing something. I got my rangefinder. We got everything. Squirrel just crossed the road. Jake would be wanting to shoot him. Gopher turtle. We're getting close now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing's there when we get there. The feeder's right there. On the way in, I saw a huge hog track coming from the south, which is not the way I want him to come. If he comes from that way, he's going to smell us. Our wind's blowing like this from the feeder to us. And that hog track, there were several of them. He might be living out here in a big head in the pasture. Hopefully he comes from somewhere else, not there. This can be a poke for the crossbow. It's probably 70 yards through there with all kinds of branches. right, we're cock locked and ready to rock. Now all we need is a big hog. Last night he came here right before dark. Worst case scenario, she won't be able to shoot it with a crossbow. She can shoot it with a 308. We're hoping she gets it with the crossbow though. This is our double bull blind made by Primos. Look how cool that is. Animals can't see in, but we can see out. That's a game changer, especially for kids. I want the big black one shot. I've watched that little red show for a year now. You need to use your rangefinder. You sure? Well, that's a big difference. Which one is it? Looks like 38. Shoot the big, thick one.
Right next to the red hog.
Yeah. A swing and a miss.
I'm confused.
I'm confused because she said it's 48.
No,
it's 36.
it was
I'm not confused though because I know she missed.
It was for sure 38, and I put the 40 right on it.
Well, you shot the crow in the tree behind him. Swing and a miss. All right, well, we came to a conclusion that these hogs ain't coming back. So we're gonna go back and cook some fresh shrimp kebabs. Maybe have a pep talk with her.
And now you don't have to clean a hog.
And now I don't have to clean a hog, which is a good thing. We're gonna eat a good meal, and then we're gonna grab the thermals, and we're gonna go after this really big bar hog. He's big, that I've been getting on camera. So we were gonna wait till dark, but we're just gonna get up and ease out of here. Let's go cook some shrimp. Folks at home, look at that. Would you just look at that? We've got some butter and a little bit of coconut oil in here. We're gonna smear all over these shrimp, whereas Crystal would say shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. I'm getting used to her accent, folks. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what she's saying, but I'm getting the hang of it here. A little bit of butter and coconut oil will make anything taste better. You'll probably have to come back a couple times though while it's on the grill before it's done. I know this is a shocker, but we're going with some Lowry's garlic salt. Keeping it simple, folks. That's it. Let's put them on the grill. We already got some white rice done. We got some green beans going, which is Crystal's favorite. I had the grill on high to get it really, really hot. Put it on low now. Look at these shrimp. That's why I use the vacuum sealer. When you vacuum seal stuff, I promise you it's worth it because it will stay fresh for so much longer. Look at these green beans though right here. You ready to eat?
Mm-hmm. I'm starving.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I got a nice fire going. We got plenty of mosquitoes. The mosquitoes out here during bow season were so bad it was insane, and they're already back. August, September, October out here was just mind-dumbingly bad with mosquitoes, and they're already back. It got like 85 today. They're out in full force. All right, let's go. Let's go, folks. This right here is going to be some kind of good. Obviously, the shrimp were done first because they're so thin. You guys, one thing I've noticed about Crystal, she might be tiny. She's about 4'10", 100 pounds, but she eats like a horse. She has been sitting here drooling, waiting for dinner to be done. Look at that right there. Does it get any better than that at hunting camp? I don't think so. You got to cover everything here though, because the bugs are so bad right now. Got us a little bit of The best kind of white rice.
That's my favorite. You can just put that whole pan on there. Just dump them all.
Did we bring any silverware though?
There's some plastic silverware.
So I saw her do something I've never seen another person do before. When I was getting dinner ready, the mushrooms and everything, she picked up a raw mushroom and ate it. Leave a comment below if you like raw mushrooms. I've never seen anybody eat it before, ever. Look at that though, but can you smell it? Let's hear your, but can you smell it?
But can you smell it? There is sometimes I talk and you're like, what? It's like I'm speaking a different language.
I guarantee you, if anybody laughed right now watching that, my cousin Ross in Milton, Florida just died laughing. Ross in France, we love you. They're who takes care of me on all my long road trips when I'm headed west. How about the shrimp though? Like, look at that right there.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
I cast netted that shrimp by my own self. All right, that's it. You saw me cook it. Now we're gonna enjoy eating it. We'll see you back here in a minute. We're gonna go do something fun very soon. So we're back at the house. I have a really, really good hunt to show you still. Crystal and I went out with the thermals and she busted a big one. I'm gonna show you that in just a minute. But first I gotta show you how we're gonna start dinner, because you see I got the boys. They got school tomorrow and we need to get to cooking. Right here I've got some bar hog pork chops. See that? Look how good that looks. If you follow along very much, you know that I kill a lot of hogs, and the boys and I have killed some big bar hogs, and this is one of them. So when I clean the hog, I bring it back to the house on ice and I take it to Big Ed's Butcher Shop down in West Palm Beach, and this is how he gives it back to me. You can literally eat these a year or 2 years from now and they'll be perfectly good. You gonna help me cook it? Mm-hmm. You gonna help me film it?
Yeah.
You're my main cameraman today. We got some bar hog pork chops, we got some broccoli, and we've got some potatoes that we cooked in bacon fat. You want some Lowry's or you want some Everglades?
Never heard of it.
This is what Uncle Robert cooks with all the time. How about we do a little bit of both? Take that Everglades and drizzle it on there right here. Come on, let's see how you can do it. There you go, a little bit. Come on, keep going. Let me show you a little tip. Hold it up here a little bit higher and just give it a little shake. Oh yeah, let me flip it so your hand doesn't get all contaminated. Folks at home, if you have kids, teach them how to cook. So when they move out, they're not harassing you constantly. Look at that. That's all we're gonna do. A little bit of Lowry's, a little bit of Everglades. Now while we're waiting on the grease to get hot, I gotta say that we're not sure why Crystal missed with that 10-point crossbow, because as soon as we got back to camp, we shot it and that thing was dead on. You smoked it.
Oh, I got it.
Call it nervous, call it hog fever. She just, hey, she missed. That crossbow to me, Jake will tell you, is the most deadly. Actually, Luke's killed a hog with it, a couple hogs, a deer. Jake's killed a couple hogs and a deer with it. I've killed 2 or 3, but Jake made the best shot of all time with the crossbow. He killed a big boar hog at our friend of ours' place down south at, I think, 40 yards with a 25-mile-an-hour crosswind.
Smoked.
Smoke
Smoked.
City.
Let's go.
Smoke City with the crossbow.
I've killed 2 big trophies with it. I've killed 2 trophies, a hog and
We've killed a pile with it, and Krista will kill a hog with it. You know what? It is what it is. She missed. Who cares? We're about to cook some good bar hog meat. All right, Luke, pick that pork chop up and set it in that grease. Come on, let's see how you can do it. Now, don't drop it like a basketball. Just set it in there nice and easy. There you go. Put the other 2 in there. Grease can be crazy dangerous for kids, but just teach them how to do it and then you don't have to worry about it. Look at that. Perfect, son. Let me see. Now we'll just space them out a little bit. Man, that looks good. Now while that's cooking, I'll give you a little hint to what you're about to see after dinner. We use our thermals, and there's 4 big hogs in front of us. You have to wait till after dinner though. Now because this bar had so much fat on it, I'm gonna take this knife and trim it off because neither one of my kids like fat at all. That's okay because me and Redneck will eat all of it.
All right, it depends on the situation.
Jake, you don't even like fat on a steak, son.
I don't like eating straight fat, but
Straight fat's where all the flavor's at.
I don't like the texture.
The reason about like the fat is like it feels like really sticky or something. Or
That's all the flavor buds exploding on your tongue. Here you go, Luke.
hey, thank you, dear Lord, for our day, and thank you for dying on the cross for our sins. Thank you for our food. Thank you for my parents. Thank you for my home, dear Lord. Amen.
Amen. Look at that, folks. I got all the scraps, and that's exactly what I wanted. Try that big old bar hog. Good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Luke, did you try it already, Luke?
I tried this.
Try the piece of hog meat. That's the big hog that you helped me clean. Jake and Tarzan finished it off. That's good, huh? Now, typically when you see us clean a deer or a hog, you watch us cut the back straps out. Well, the back straps are the pork chops minus the bones. So when we want pork chops, we actually cut the ribs off each side, cut it off below his hams and above his shoulders. Then you take it to the processor, and with a saw, they cut those beautiful pork chops this way, and then one right down the middle. They're so good, especially these fatty chunks. We're gonna finish up dinner real quick, and then we're gonna get to the hunt. It's a good one. I think it's Crystal's first ever thermal hunt. She lays a smack down on one. Look who's back, y'all. It didn't take long. She's already back. Look at that, though. That's the Gulf of Mexico. We're sitting out at the tip of Crystal River at a spot that I've never been before. I guess it's like a little sunset lookout spot, a beach of some sort. You can actually swim right over here behind us. Looks like there's like a shark barrier too. I guess that's for sharks. I didn't think they had very many here. Anyhow, it's time to go back to the ranch and show you her thermal hog hunt. So we get out, or I get out, and I was sneaking up to these hogs, and she was filming with the binoculars, and I was gonna go shoot one. And then I got there and started looking at it, and I'm like, why am I shooting? She needs to shoot. So I now pick up the binoculars. I'm behind her about 10 foot, and she's up to bat. Watch her dust this hog. She just, wait, hold on, where do... You flipped it that time. Yep, she laid the smack down on him. She got redemption on the wild boar from the one she missed earlier.
Thank goodness.
She would have never lived that down. So if you're wondering why we're now on Crystal River, tomorrow morning we're going offshore with Hang 'em High sport fishing charters after big hog snapper on rod and reel, hogfish. I think I've maybe caught 2 in my entire life. I know she's never caught one. I've speared a bunch, but I've only ever caught a couple on rod and reel. And Hang 'em High sport fishing charters specializes in catching hog snapper on rod and reel. My good buddy Richard Harris from Georgia is coming. And that's what we're getting ready to go do. We figured we would come and watch the sunset though, and show you just a little glimpse of it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the positive comments. Drop a comment below and make her feel good about that miss, because I've been riding her pretty hard.
No, please
Just
don't.
say something positive to her.
I've gotten enough.
She needs some uplifting spirit in her life. That's it, folks. That's it for this video. Glad y'all watched. Thanks for subscribing, like I said before. Thanks for all the positive comments. But right now it's time to get up out of here and get the heck out of shape.